only really spoken like this one other time, and that was at my best friend Keith's funeral. So I'm gonna get through this. But Wayne was there on the third row, smiling and winking at me for the encouragement to get through that. This is the first time since I have known Wayne my whole life that I'm on a stage at some special moment or any other important moment in my life that he's not in the audience with a smile and a wink to encourage me to get through it, or congratulations, or that horrible junior miss that's reading me do. Wayne Sinclair told me, I'm doing, So anyway, I better get off track. But anyway, I don't think I could have done this last year. So it's really odd that maybe we had this year to get to where we are. I don't think Jameson could have done that either. So the title of my speech today is called Unique Parenting. Anybody who knows Wayne, Steve, everybody knows that Mother and Wayne were unique parents. All my friends do. All of y'all do. In the spring of 1984, I was 12-year-old, and I was introduced to Cleveland, Tennessee, and Wayne Gibson. He was really nice, and I liked him. Mom had been single for several years, as most of us grown up knew. And he was kind and sweet, and he wanted to get to know me as a kid. Wayne loved kids. He was a kid. And it didn't take long. Oh my goodness, that's why I can't read, so I'm blessed. Okay. And in no time, we fell in love with the Gibson and the Sprouse family. Well, I soon found myself that summer playing my part in the building of a go-kart track. But what we really were to Wayne and his brother Robert was free labor. I just didn't know Wayne well enough to really understand that enough, that's what I was at that point. Brian, Robert's son, and I were at just the right age to be their free labor, underage drivers, and just all-around go-kart track managers. We had so much fun, it didn't matter to us. I would drive Wayne that summer every day to Cleveland. I would drive so that he could read his paper and eat his Hardee's biscuit. People who know Wayne, that was his main thing. Okay, yes, that summer I would learn that the law really didn't matter. It was okay for the 12-year-old to drive over White Oak Mountain to Cleveland every day. It's okay. He would say, "You'll be fine, just drive. Honey, it's just like driving a go-kart, only bigger." I was like, okay, I was all about it, And so I took off the first trip so fast that he spilled his Diet Coke all over the front seat and his papers. Well, just like Grayson said, Wayne never yelled at me. He laughed and said, you just better slow down. Because he didn't want to get a ticket, because I'm 12. And that was all the driving lessons I ever got. Unique parenting, remember that. I think I was in the 8th grade, and Wayne wanted me to be his Saturday go to Knoxville to the Vols game buddy, which was good with me. I'd never been to a Tennessee game. I was so excited. But when we got there, we ate at his favorite cafeteria, because after all, Wayne and Judy know where to go to the good food places. We walked closer to the stadium, and I kept hearing, "Line up, get your line up." And Wayne, Wayne had to have one, which I had no idea what that was. I also had no idea that Wayne wasn't stressed at all, that we didn't even have tickets to get in the game. And so, see, this is what I mean by Dr. Law, Mark. Remember this. So I asked, how are we going to get in the game? He goes, I said, we don't have tickets. He said, oh, don't worry. There are scalpers here. I said, what are scalpers? And he said, that's who has our tickets. You know, and I'm like, okay, remember I said you did parenting. And so that started a very long tradition of the two of us, every home game, rain or shine, we were in Knoxville watching the balls win or lose. We did get tickets every single time. I have no idea. You know, he got them from somebody. We weren't those people that called ahead. I didn't have parents like that. We didn't call ahead. We didn't know where we were going. So, for those who don't think Wayne can move fast, have not seen him at the end of the fourth quarter waiting to beat the traffic to get back to his parking space. He was very fast. He was fast at amusement parks too. We did love that too. We would listen to the Balls recap show and his radar detector go off for like 2 hours on the way home. I believe it was the first Christmas Mom and Wayne had got that they were married, and I had said that Renee and I always like to have get a real tree. We like to smell it, get a real tree. And now remember the law, you know. So and unique parenting. So Wayne says, "Honey, we don't have to buy a tree. We can go over on the side of the highway and cut one off right there on the side of the road." And I think he could tell by the weird look on my face that that wasn't the best idea. So then he started making a few calls, which Wayne knew somebody that knew somebody that knew somebody. And we were off to Cleveland, out by Greg's house. Steve, that's his nephew. So we get there, we get to this farm, and I said, are you sure that we can do this, you know? And he said, honey, come on, you know? I said, so we're walking and talking through this field. We're pretty far into it. And so I asked Wayne, I said, is that bull over there friendly? Because he was in the field with us. And did that man say his bull was okay with us being in this field? And before he could, he said, yes, honey. We were running 2 acres. That bull chased us all the way back to the gate. Wayne was running. I mean, we were running. I was in 8th grade. I could run pretty fast back then, but And so we ran about 2 acres. That bull chased us all the way to the gate. We made it to the gate, and we also made it to the Christmas tree lot to buy a tree, which I wanted to do in the very first place, like everybody else. I have been with him to repo cars, where he would say, just stay in the car, honey. They might not shoot at us. Shoot at us? You know, I'm just sitting there, what? And Mother's just grinning, smiling. She's fine, you know. We went to multiple states to get trucks that had broke down, walked so many streets from his cars that broke down, boats that broke down, jet skis that broke down, you name it. But we were a pair. Wayne and I were partners in crime. Wayne was always my advice giver, my cheerleader at my achievements, my hug when I needed it. I always knew if I ever really messed up in life, he would be there for me with no judgment. He taught me how to ski, to camp, understand how to protect my joy. He loved my friends as if they were his kids. He and my mother took us on great family vacations to Daytona, to Gatlinburg. He started so many traditions that as an adult I have carried on with my children. Our New Year's trip that we go to every year is a tradition started by Mom, Wayne, Uncle David, and Aunt Linda. Wayne was a unique, kind parent, caring, patient, and loving husband to my mom, an amazing grandparent to all of his grandchildren, and a devoted dad to Kelly and Tracy. I could actually go on with this all day long. I got stories. Y'all all know, some of you know the stories. Eric knows some, a lot of them really well. So many stories and memories, but we don't have time for that. Wayne has always been very special to me. He walked me down the aisle to marry Jason. My dad gave me away. Now his pants did fall down in front of all the bridesmaids, and before the ceremony, that's when that happened, was before the ceremony, and he did step on my veil and it flew off my head on the way down the aisle, but that was a memory. But he did do a mean twist at the reception. He did get out there and dance with us. On this earth, God gave me a dad, James H. Blue, who I love dearly and miss as well. They both went to heaven on the same date, which was very strange, but you know. But he also gave me a Wayne to fill in where my dad couldn't, to father me. When Wayne was in the hospital, Kelly had set up to where we could text him and talk to him a little bit because we didn't want to be by himself. And I had sent Wayne a text early that day, and I had put in there, I have always called you Wayne, but I love you so much, Dad, because I wanted him to hear that too, because that's how I felt about it. I prayed with Wayne, so I know he's in heaven. I know we will see him again. He just graduated to glory before we did. You can't replace a Wayne. We think or talk about him every day. Sometimes I just talk to him because I miss him and because I talk to him every day. But just like I said at Keith's funeral, Wayne is more alive now than he ever was here on this earth. I know we all miss him so much in so many different ways. So many here have special memories and stories about Wayne, and I just appreciate y'all listening to mine.